Well, hello, happy folks. I'm playing World of Warcraft. So I actually played yesterday. I've actually played a lot, but I played yesterday and I recorded, and I recorded for about an hour and a half, and I was talking about all this detailed stuff, like how the game compares to Final Fantasy XIV, which is what I primarily play, and like what my plans are, and like just a whole bunch of stuff. And then I loaded it all into Premiere Pro, and there was no audio, so I was a little disappointed. So here we are. We're playing World of Warcraft, and now I get to talk about these things all over again with you right now. Alright, I'm still trying to get the audio to sound right, so I apologize if it's weird. This is actually a trial account. I have recovered my original World of Warcraft account. I had to get in touch with Blizzard, and I had to like send them a copy of my ID and stuff to get back my old account, which I was able to do, but I have to wait until either late tonight or early tomorrow to actually reactivate the account, because money and all that jazz. I'm thinking about maybe doing a like quote-unquote Return to Warcraft series, where I essentially just play World of Warcraft, but from the perspective of somebody who hasn't played in a few years, because I haven't. And like there's all kinds of crazy new stuff. Like there's this planet thing, it's not visible here, but it's this giant green planet thing, and I logged in and I was looking at it and I was like, I do not remember that being there. And other stuff, like all the sound effects have changed, like a concussive shot, did you see that little like pulse? All the sound effects are different, and pets are different. Like I haven't pulled hate off my pet. My pet is like super ultra tanky tank, and it didn't used to be like that. But anyway, this is my little hunter that I made. I have also played a paladin, and paladin was what I was playing yesterday when I recorded, and I was kind of critical of it because it wasn't fun. The gameplay was really slow and clunky, and I didn't like it. But I really like hunter, and I really liked warrior. I played warrior the other day, and I also played a monk, and the monk was okay. It was fun solo, but it wasn't very fun in a group. But I think the first thing I'm gonna do when I reactivate the account is play warrior, because it was pretty heckin' awesome, if I do say so myself. So I'm currently using 2 add-ons. I do plan on using add-ons. I don't think you can really play World of Warcraft without add-ons, but the 2 that I chose are this one that has the little gold logo on the trash items, which is called, shoot, I can't remember. Oh, here we go. So I've got Auctionator, which I haven't used yet, obviously, because this is a trial account and I can't use the auction house to sell stuff. But then I've got Pawn, which marks which stuff sells for the highest, as far as like if you have a quest reward with 2 items, it'll show you either which one is an upgrade or which one is the one to choose to sell to make the more money. So that's a nice little add-on. It automatically sells your junk items for you when you go to a vendor, which is handy dandy. It's supposed to also auto repair, but I think that's something you have to turn on, and I haven't bothered to turn that on yet. I've named my moth Potato, because as I was running around I saw that literally everybody had a moth named Moth, and I was like, well, screw them, my moth's name is now Potato. He's pretty cute. But I saw a guy with a stag. Like, I didn't know you could have a stag as a pet. So now I'm like, Potato, you suck. I want a stag. Stags are awesome. But I'm not sure. I know I've got this thingy? No. Hold on. I've got this thingy. Oops. Which I can tame a new pet. But I have to dismiss my current pet. But I don't know if I can just put him away or... Whoops. Or if I have to go to a stable master. Because back in the day, you used to have to go to a stable master, park your pet with the stable master, and then you could go out and tame another one. I guess I could just dismiss him and see what happens. But I don't have a stag near here to tame. Anyway, I don't even know how many pets I can have. I guess the next step would be to go talk to a stable master, but I'm gonna do some quests first because I want to level up. I ran up to Blood Watch last night so I could log out in the inn and get that sweet, sweet rested EXP, but then I forgot to stay down there and do these quests. So I'm gonna go do these quests. Get some sweet, sweet EXP. That's a pretty butterfly. Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, pretty butterfly. I wish pets would stay this big. I remember, I think it was in vanilla, where if you tamed like an elite or a rare mob, they would be bigger. But yeah, having a big pet would be really cool. I remember when they first came out with the tame exotic beast thing, and you could tame like a giant woolly rhino thing, and it was like massive, but I think they're all small now, which makes me very sad because I would love to have a gigantic, really big pet. I think that'd be cool and very World of Warcraft, but that's okay. I'm fine with my little potato until I find a deer, and then I will attempt to ditch him. So this is something else that I talked about yesterday. Like, back in the day, we didn't have this line around quest item thing. We had sparklies. So as I was running around and questing yesterday and recording, I was commenting about how I couldn't find stuff because I was looking for sparklies, and I kept running right past quest items and not seeing them because they didn't have sparklies. And it just kind of made me a little sad that there's not sparklies anymore. There's sparklies when you kill something and it has loot, but also there's a lot of times when monsters don't even drop anything, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess you don't want to end up with tons of junk items, but still. Oh, and this is something else that I really like. When there's a quest monster, like a monster you have to kill to get a specific item, they'll have a health bar over their head, which is just really cool, and it's so helpful to be able to spot like what it is I need to kill. Like other mobs in the area, they don't have a health bar over their head until you start attacking them. I just thought it was kind of neat. And I understand that a series such as this may be irritating to some people just because it's like, I'm sure none of this stuff is new. And I'm sure people are going to be watching it and going like, oh my god, that's been in the game for like a year and a half. What is your problem? But it's new to me. Ta-da! Now we're going to do this one. And then we'll go turn in a bunch all at once. This is how I like to quest. Many years ago, back in, I think, Vanilla and Burning Crusade, I actually paid for a leveling guide, like, service thing. I can't remember who it was through, but I paid like $20 or something and got this, like, packet of PDFs which told you exactly how to level, and like I can still remember the wording and stuff where they'd be like, okay, this is really gonna suck, but you need to grind level 51 to 53 because there's no point in doing dungeons. And it was just like, It's so much faster to level now than it was back then. Like, even if you don't use a guide, if you just do quests, you'll level up. Whereas in Vanilla and Burning Crusade, it was very easy to run out of quests. I don't remember why I was thinking about that. Oh, another thing that I noticed, I don't know if I mentioned this already or not, but like sometimes when I use concussive shot, it makes like a little like the air around the mobs ripples. Sometimes it's more obvious than other times. I think it does it every time though, but it's kind of cool. One of the reasons that I was thinking about that leveling guide thing was because that was like one of his big sage secrets, was that you're supposed to go to an area, get all the quests, go do all the quests, and then turn them in all at once. Alright, so next we're gonna go do this one. See, did you see that? Concussion. Oh my gosh, this guy, I contributed to this. So this guy has got a tag underneath him that says that was the name of the guild, the biggest guild in the beta for, I think it was Burning Crusade, but that was the guild and I was in that guild. That was awesome. It was so cool. So they are coming out with a new expansion for World of Warcraft, as I'm sure you've heard of if you don't live under a rock. But if you do live under a rock, that's okay. They're coming out with a new expansion called Battle for Azeroth. And it looks like it's going to be really cool. They're coming out with 6 new sub-races. They're not like super unique. They're just different kinds of things we already have, thus the name sub-races. And it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. And I kind of want to try all of them. But I don't know if I'll buy the expansion yet, because the expansion is not going to come out for like probably definitely another few months, possibly as long as a year. So I'm not sure if I'm going to play for that long. I'm definitely going to play for a month, maybe 2 months, but I'm not sure beyond that. It depends on how well I'm able to integrate back into the game, with everything being very different. Why do my action bars keep disappearing? Okay, this is something that's really frustrating. Like, this action bar and these action bars over here keep disappearing, and I like them to be there, and I'm having difficulty making them stay there. I don't know, somehow I must be hitting something that keeps turning off these action bars. I'll have to go back and look at the footage later and see what it was that I was doing when that happened, because that's really irritating. Like, I want those buttons to be there even though they're empty, because that's just how I do. This has always cracked me up, even since Vanilla. Small barnacle clam. Use. Open the clam. I don't know why that cracks me up. It tickles my fancy. Next closest quest is this one. Glyphs. Glyphs were a thing when I played, so it hasn't been that long. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Mark. But I'm not sure what they do anymore, because I was looking up, I saw this really, really cool travel form that apparently was added in Legion, and it was a deer, but it had no antlers, so it was like a doe, a doe, a deer, a female deer. And so I was trying to look up travel forms, and it pulled up this website that had like glyph of travel form, but it also had like 4 or 5 ones that said like burned glyph or something like that. And I was like, I don't understand any of this. And it's really quite strange to not entirely understand something. Like, I know the basics, like I know that there are glyphs, but I don't know why some of them are burned. I don't know like where to access that stuff. Is that something that's going to appear later? Like what level? I know I don't get it before level 20 because I don't have it at level 20. I don't know. It's a little frustrating to not know exactly what's going on. I really like the updated sound effects for Hunter. They're pretty nice. I think they're updated at any rate. They sound different to me. I would like to have Aspect of the Cheetah though. Do they still do Aspect of the Cheetah? I'm sure they must. Aspect of the Cheetah, level 22, of course. So no Aspect of the Cheetah for my little trial account. Boo-hoo-hoo. I usually try to put like some actual thought into my character names. I don't just do the randomizer thing or like make up random words. Or I don't think I do. I'm not sure. I haven't seen my account in a long time. But this one I did I did a World of Warcraft character name generator website where you can choose what race you're making your character, and then you can choose a male or a female name based on that. And this is one of the ones that, see, it showed a little upgrade arrow. Upgrade. It shows one of the ones that it recommended, and I like it. And I'm just vendoring everything because I can't sell anything on the auction house. So I've been listening about the lore of World of Warcraft on this really good lore series by Noble87, which I will link in the description below. And
open your heart.
It's been really interesting. I watched a segment that he did about the Naru.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
I can't keep a train of thought. Ooh, I leveled up.
Blessings upon your
Alright, let's choose a talent. Oh, I can do dungeons now. Lone Wolf increases your damage, but you can no longer use Call Pet. Using Arcane Shot 2 times in a row increases your focus regeneration by 25%. Aim Shot, Arcane Shot, Mark Shot, Multi-Shot, 20% increased crit chance against targets above 80% health. And those critical strikes deal an additional 30% damage over 8 seconds. That could be nice. I don't know how big of a problem focused regeneration is going to be, because so far I haven't had any issues with it. So I think I'm going to do this careful aim. Alright, let's do a dungeon. Because I'm interested to see. I'll need to turn off growl when we get in there. So anyway, I was watching the series and I was watching a segment about the Naru, and it was very interesting to hear about like the different Naru and how they
open your heart.
How they think they came to be and how they behave in different situations, and the theories behind what people oh, you can lie down apparently. The theories behind what people think they are and where they're from and all this stuff. It's pretty cool. So how do you lie down? He's level 103. What is he doing here? Let's look at his gear. Inspect. Tinker Master's Mind Vault. Transmogrified to... Oh, he's transmogrified. Can I... Yeah. Ah. Whoa. Whoa. That is really cool. Oh. That was fun. I always say hello. It's a nice thing to do, even though probably no one will answer me. Oh! So my next ability, ooh, is at level 16. So next level I'll get multi-shot. That will be kind of cool. What are you doing? No, dude. I hate it when people do this stuff. Got him. Man, this guy is like, gotta go fast. No, dude. Why are you doing this to me? Nobody does this. Not even in Final Fantasy. See, look, this is an upgrade. Need. At least you can't run off with this one. Whatever happened to... There was a... We had like a venom thing where you could like poison it or something. A venom shot. I will grade that one. Yeah! 4 agility, 4 agility. So either way I go, I think I'm gonna go crit. Oh. That's the first time I've been... Well, no, that's not true. It's the second time I've been reinvited to a dungeon. Oh, it's the first time I've done this one. Is that the only quest? Quartermaster. Hi, dude.
Specific?
How you doing? Always. Got any apples? Apples, apples, apples! Yeah, multi-shot. No cooldown. How does this not use... It generates focus. What the heck is focus for? If all my freaking abilities generate it. Oh, we're going rogue. Okay, this is another thing that I want to know about. Like, how come sometimes people will get gear without it going to the loot pool? Like, that was a blue. So I feel like it should have gone up... Whoa. It should have gone up for a vote. Like, for people to bid on. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I have a hatchet in my head. Wow. Oh. My face. Look at my face. Wow. That was very quick. Oops. Where's my feigned death? Do they do that anymore? Didn't you used to have to like get in one of these things and like use it to kill the boss? I guess that's not a thing anymore.
All systems nominal.
Man, there's like no downtime with Hunter. It's quite nice. Is that shadow form? That looks way different. She just looks purple. Like, that doesn't look very shadowy to me. She's just purple.
I can smell your fear.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of you. You're just annoying. You're not scary.
Your heart from your chest.
Isn't this the one where you have to, like, eat good food and pick up bad food or something like that? I don't think you need to do that anymore. I think he just dies now. I do like the crafting a little bit better in World of Warcraft as opposed to Final Fantasy XIV. Strictly from a time point of view, because I mean it takes like half a second to craft something in World of Warcraft, whereas in Final Fantasy XIV it can take like, you know,
Warm wishes to you.
30 seconds to a minute, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but when you're talking about a difference of half a second to 30 seconds, that's a big difference. And also with this one, you can just click create all, and it will create all of them, and you're done in no time flat. Whereas in Final Fantasy, you actually have to like choose a thing and do all the different crafting motions and all that jazz. Let's do another instance, because that was fun. So I think that in the next expansion, they're scaling the world. Level scaling is expanding to the whole world. Level scaling allows for all the zones in that expansion to be relevant no matter what level players enter them at. Blizzard is expanding that system to all of Azeroth and the other areas that are part of World of Warcraft. Every zone in the game will now feature a much wider spread of levels, and enemies and quests in a zone will scale based on the level of the player. There will be a max level that zones can scale to, so if you enter a beginner zone as a level 120 character, you'll still be able to slice through pretty effortlessly. So that's very cool because, I mean, as we can see, I'm only level 18 and I have already started to out-level these quests, and I'm not even going to bother to pick up these other ones because there's no point. So I'm not sure what I want to do for professions. I'm not going to do any professions on this character. I don't know what makes money anymore. That was another thing that I talked about yesterday. I was really disappointed to see the number of items on the auction house, like low-level items that people were selling for hundreds and sometimes thousands of gold. And I don't know if it's like some kind of oh, I need to kill these guys. If it's some kind of gold seller scam or what. I could not buy anything off the auction house for my characters because everything is more gold than I can literally have on my character. So I was kind of disappointed by that. But at the same time, I was like, well, I mean, if people are selling stuff for this much, maybe that would be a good way to make some starter money, is go on, you know, once I get my account back. Well, I mean, I have my account back. Once I get my account reactivated, it might be a good idea to go craft some low-level gear and put it up at a slightly lower than ridiculous rate. It's just crazy how expensive it was. So I really like how the grass is animated, how like when you walk through it, it moves. I think that's new relative to, I don't think they had that when I played last, but maybe they did. I don't know. I know they didn't have it in vanilla. Maybe. I don't know. Come on, dungeon. My kid's gonna wake up soon. I need to get to level 20 before she wakes up. I want a horsey. I actually have a horsey, but I can't ride it because I don't have the whatever achievement to be able to ride horsies at low level. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna go loot this dude real quick. Oh boy, Wailing Caverns. I will definitely hit level 20 in here. Oh, the tank's already run off. This is one thing that I don't understand about parties in World of Warcraft, is everybody just, it's like a free-for-all. Everyone just takes off and they do whatever they want. And it's like, dude, whatever happened to a party formation? Oh. Darn. This is one in progress already. So they're starting the second half. I think? I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Mark. Tank! What? What is even going on? Healer's got no mana. I just got here, dudes. Oh my god. Maybe I will not hit level 20 in here because I can't finish any of these stupid quests. This is why everyone just does their own thing in World of Warcraft, because everybody just does their own thing in World of Warcraft. That's another thing I don't like about World of Warcraft as opposed to Final Fantasy XIV. In Final Fantasy XIV, if there's a quest item that needs to be picked up, everybody can pick up from the same quest item. You don't have to share. Hate sharing. I don't share well. What the crap are they doing? Let's go, people. Hey.
I am awake at last.
Did not level up. Alright, we're gonna try that again. Hopefully we'll get a less dumb group. So far I've had really good luck with instances. Like everything that I've done up till now has been really fun, and I mean nobody talks to anybody, but it's been entertaining, and this was just kind of annoying. But it happens. It happens in any game. Oh, I did get a thingy though. Sorcerer. Yeah, because that's relevant to my spec. Thanks for that, Blizzard. Here is a satchel of relevant goods. No. No, it's not. Let's go back to town and turn this in. Maybe we'll get to 19, and then hopefully a dungeon will take us to 20. And then we can go get an elephant, and we can be done.